All right. What page number are we on?
89.
89. That's pretty awesome. What letter are we on?
J.
J. What sound do we hear from J?
J.
Very good. What do you think we're going to write on the line number 1?
Uppercase. And lowercase.
That's right. We're going to write uppercase J and the lowercase j. Now, some of the pages get silly. Oh, they got really dark. And for our uppercase J, we start at the top. We pull down. When we get to the bottom, we give it a great big curve like that. Then we go back and give it a hat. Lowercase j. Where does lowercase j have to go?
Under the line.
It has to go below the line. So we start about the middle, pull down, go all the way underground, and then give it a tail. And then does little j get a hat?
No.
What does little j get?
A dot.
A dot. Just like that. Can you see my dot?
No. Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Yes. Teeny tiny. Do I need to make a heart?
No.
No. Do I need to make a big circle?
No.
Do I make a really big circle and fill it in?
No.
Dot. And if you can't see it, you can take your pencil and kind of wiggle it just a little bit. It makes a bigger dot. But I don't want great big circles. That's just not how we write our letters. All right. When you have written your uppercase and lowercase j down here in the box, find, what are we supposed to find down here, guys?
Lowercase J.
Find all the lowercase j's and circle them. When you've found them and circled them, turn the page. All right, on the back of page 89, this one looks a little different, doesn't it? Yeah, we haven't had one that looked exactly like this before. It's actually 2 parts. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to write the first letter that makes the sound we hear at the beginning of these words. 5, 6, and 7, I give you a word. It'll be one of these words, the picture words. It'll be one of these words. You're going to spell it. Then you have to draw the line to match it. Okay? So I'm going to cover this part up because we don't need it yet. We don't need that yet. Okay. Number 2. We are looking at this picture. They are pointing to something. Can you raise your hand and tell me what they're pointing to? Scoop this over here and get all that stuff out of the way. What are they pointing to, Gracie?
A mouse.
They are not pointing to a mouse. What are they pointing to, Adeline?
Rope.
Not a rope. You're getting closer. Isaiah?
Cat bed.
What?
A cat bed.
Not a cat bed. Emmanuel?
Bed.
Not a bed. Aiden?
Pool.
Not a hole. Adeline?
Pool.
No, that's not a pool. It's in front of a couch. Blakely?
A rug.
Rug. Very good job. It's a rug. I know why you think it's a cat bed because there's a cat they're sitting on it, but sometimes if you have hardwood floors, you might have a rug to keep your feet warm because those floors will get cold. So it is a rug. Everybody say rug.
Rug.
Not rat. Rug. Good. What sound, don't say it out loud, what sound are you hearing at the beginning of rug that you need to write down? Don't shout it out. Write it down. Shh, lowercase. No, sir, that is not how we hold that pencil. Thank you very much. Write down the sound. You're going to write down the letter of the sound we hear at the beginning of rug. All right, number 3. Number 3, raise your hand if you can tell me what this is. Evie Dale.
Can.
It is a can. Everybody say can.
Can.
What sound are we hearing? Okay, we have to decide. Is it a C or a K? What sound do we have to listen to make that decision?
The second word.
The second sound. Okay, so let's say our word again. Can.
Can.
I say, you say. Can.
Can.
What's your first sound? What's your second sound?
Ah.
Ah. Let me get my Post-it out with our rule. All right, so here's our rule. What's your second sound? Ah. What makes that second sound? What makes the second sound? A. I hate that this is so dark and so light and we can't ever see anything that we need to see. All right, so is my A up here?
No.
Is my A down here?
Yes.
What letter do you need to use for can?
C.
C. Write it on the line.
That's easy.
It'll get easier to remember that rule the more we do it. All right, and then finally, number 4. Raise your hand if you can tell me what that picture is.
Gel.
That's not raising your hand. Aiden? Prison. There's a shorter word for it that we need. Aubrey?
Jail.
Jail. Everybody say jail.
Jail.
What sound? Don't shout it out loud, but there's a sound we hear at the beginning of jail. Don't shout it out. We're going to write it on the line. Write the sound. Write the letter of the sound you hear at the beginning of jail. Okay? J. No. Beginning sound. Make sure you made it the right direction. Backwards. Like that. Make sure it goes the right direction. All right. Now the second part. I'm going to give you a word. We'll sound it out. You have to write it down. So it's kind of like a little spelling test. What? Yes. All right. Am I going to go in this order? No, I'm not. So I'm going to cover those up because we don't even need that right now. We don't need that distraction. Okay, number 5. Your word. Okay, make sure I got the right one. Your word is hand.
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 First sound. I said hand, not hind. Start over. What's your first sound? You're guessing. You know this word. You know these sounds. Your word is hand. Say the word.
Hand.
What's your first sound? Thank you. What is it? No, it is not. Your word is hand. There are 4 sounds, 4 letters. First sound. Very good. Slow it down. Think about the words. Now write your letters on line number 5. All right. Number 6. Your word is gift.
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 4 sounds, 4 letters. First sound. Okay, do it again. First sound. First sound. There's no n. Gift. First sound. Good. Write them down on line number 6. All right, number 7. Number 7. Your last word is cast. Cast. First sound. Second sound. Third sound. Your second sound will help you decide what letter you need to use for the k. Okay, now that you have spelled all the words 5, 6, and 7, now I want you to draw lines to match your word to the picture. Draw a line to match your word to the picture, only for 5, 6, and 7.